22, 28. I could just do sunshine. I need a sunshine. It's a rainy day, I know. I need to get back home. Being a lonely man. I need a sunshine. You give me what I need, what I need. Well, I don't need much, I don't have much. You're sitting down a dark road.
Oh, hi.
Sitting in the rain, in the rain dancing. Oh, but love, I'm needing just one thing. There's a little bit of sunshine. I need a sunshine. It's a rainy day, I know. I need to get back home. Being a lonely man. I need a sunshine.
Thanks.
Right, hello everyone. How are you doing? Yeah, hopefully you can hear me fine. This is the first live stream that I've done in about 3 years, so you will have to bear with me in case anything goes wrong. I'm not expecting it to because I set most of this up earlier, but you know, probably gonna happen anyway. Let me just quickly see if I can get the music to play again, because I don't want this to be completely silent. So bear with me a second. I couldn't do it earlier because every time I tried it got rid of the stream beginning shortly sign. I didn't want it to do that. Hang on. See if this works. I'm going to turn it down a bit. Let me know if that's playing. It may not be. Oh, Garrett 2x4's in the stream. That's pretty cool. So can you just let me know, you guys, if you can hear the music and if it's kind of drowning me out or whatnot. If it's a good volume, just let me know, please. And then we'll get started with some projects. Yeah, I'm not sure what the delay is on the stream. That's okay. You can hear it. Good, good, good. All right, let's get started anyway. You can always let me know afterwards. So, I said earlier I was going to do kind of a little bit building, a little bit of a building stream, and I'll toss some builds I've been doing recently as well. So yeah, this is a Star Wars world as it currently stands. We will be having a guest appearance, hopefully from the other person on the server, Clone543, shortly once he finishes with work. But yeah, he makes a few things now, which is very nice. This Y-wing was made by him, in fact, and these two here are also made by him. Oh, and that one. Can't forget that one. So hopefully he shows his face at some point. I'm going to quickly... There we go. So, where should we start, really? Let's go over some new stuff. I have an idea of what I want to build today. I'm going to clear my inventory real quick. Got a couple of videos as well for you guys ready to upload tomorrow. I just didn't want to do it today, the same day as the stream. So, they'll be coming tomorrow and the day after. Nothing really new in the Republic side. I am planning on remaking the LAATC, so that'll be nice. Can we join? Answer no. The server is currently in basically very, very closed beta. It's currently just us working on it, and it will be open to kind of test in a couple of months, I think. But it is very early days, so please. Once I have given that answer, so no more begging to be on the server. So yeah, New Home Inspired Droid is probably the newest out of this lineup. Really, it looks a lot like the old one. I don't know if any of you guys were around back then. Really, that was about 2017ish. Say my name if you see this message. Zero Mind plays. There you go. Yeah, we finished the Solar Falcon interior. I haven't even finished the Solar Falcon, to be honest with you. So. But maybe at some point. Will you give us a world download of your builds? I'd love one. Probably not. But you know, who knows what the future will hold. Oh, I'm working on a Separatist 1-to-1 scale MTT. That'll be nice. Darth Maul ship. Yeah, that's going to be 1-to-1. Here's the Rebel lineup. This has quite a few new things in it. So we got a 1-to-1 B-wing. This is pretty awesome. Again, made by me and Clone543 together. It's like a duo project. Got the A-wings. Done these before. Well, not done them, but shown them before. Got the U-wing. I don't like the U-wing, I'll be honest with you. I've never found it to be a very interesting ship. I mentioned... no, I didn't mention. I saw people mentioning that... I don't know how you say his name. Vitiv? He made a 1-to-1 scale of this. So yeah, again, the absolute madman, really, because yeah, I wouldn't dream of doing one, not right now anyway. There's just so much going on with it, you know. I can see the chat. I am answering some questions just as they pop up. 70 of you so far, based on what I can see, so that's nice. That's more than expected, to be honest with you. There's nothing really new in the 2-to-1 scale scene for the Rebels. There is this hot turret. I don't know if you guys would be interested in seeing this. Maybe. Well, let me know. I've got the Rebels A-wing here as well in 2-to-1 scale. And that's about it, really, for the Rebels. The U-Wing in 220 is the only thing that I've made before that I haven't remade in 1.16, so... I'll come back to the Imperials 220 in a minute, because there's a lot going on with that. Oh, he's in the stream. Oh, there he is, Vitiv. Say my name how you want, I promise I won't get mad. Okay. I'll just say my dude, I think. 2 Gazantes here. This is the Rebels model, and the Battlefront 2 model. And this is the Mandalorian model. So that's nice. We'll come back to all these in a second. Someone wants me to go inside the Falcon. I did this on a tutorial, just so you know. Yeah, nothing really changed in here. Don't know if it's ever going to get an update. But yeah, it's the same as before, really. There you go. Alright, if we leave there now, let's go back to the 1-to-1 Imperial stuff. Alright, here we go. So the Gazantes covered those. I'm making a 1-to-1 scale, it's the Raider class Corvette, so the Corvus. So, I am once again asking for your 2-to-1 Razor Quest. I will, as soon as they release dimensions for it. As soon as they, give us some official dimensions. So yeah. This is the 1-to-1 Sentinel class shuttle, or landing craft, sorry. So inside here you can see that there's 75 seats exactly, which is pretty mad. I'm not going to count them, but I know there is. I've like double checked. And then the cockpit is up here. You also might notice I've got like a 3D resource pack on now, which is just something interesting. Here we go. That's the cockpit. Alright, let's get out of that place. This is the... Someone says ATOT. Yes, that will happen. I'm just trying to work out what the actual dimensions are. Can we please build for you? Maybe, just yeah. Sadly not. It's not an open server, and there's a lot that we need to work out so that people can't just come on and destroy stuff. So, you know, it's going to be a while before most people can get onto it, sadly. This is the Zeta class shuttle from Rogue One. Got the nice little cargo interior here. That's nice. And then also a cockpit again. I say most, about half the interiors, maybe 2/3 of the interiors are made by Clone 543. I can't remember if I did this cockpit and then he did the cargo hold, but it's something like that. We just kind of do whatever we feel like, to be honest. AT-ACT. This is actually going to be an upcoming tutorial. I've already got the build split into pieces for me to basically take the layers off and stuff like that. So yeah, this is going to be one of the upcoming ones. Inside there, I don't think there's much of an interior yet. No, there's just a cockpit in here. I don't think there will be anything else in here apart from that cockpit. So now, if I could just get out, that would be lovely. That would be absolutely fantastic. Take a look at the comments in just a second. Let's have a look. Are you going to do a tutorial in the Lambda Shuttle? I've done one on the 2-to-1 model. I don't know if you mean that one, but the 1-to-1, yes, definitely. This is the Rebels, Star Wars Rebels AT-80. So it's obviously a bit taller than the regular one. And again, in this one, I think it's just the cockpit. Let's see. Yeah, just the cockpit in here. But yeah, still pretty detailed. Now, let me out. There we go. And then the normal AT-AT again, I don't know. Yeah, it's just very basic. But again, a cockpit. And the fact that we've managed to make these like neck sections work in 1-to-1 is just really awesome. So yeah, there we go. So those are those ones. And then the TIE Reaper from Rogue One, and also the Star Wars Squadrons. This interior was done by me. One of the few ones I did on my own. But yeah, 4 seats in here for the Death Trooper squad. And there is a cockpit there, but it's really hard to reach it. You kind of have to do some trick shot jumps across to it. I couldn't really make a way for that to work, sadly. The shuttle have open mouth. Sure. To use a program to plan your builds. I will go over what I do in terms of planning in a minute, actually. So yeah. Anyway, this is the Lambda Shuttle. There is a nice little interior in here with 6 seats for the officers, or whoever's inside, and then this, I guess it's like a weapons rack or something. There won't be a world download, not for a long while. I'll say that now. It's not going to happen anytime soon, just because so many of these don't have tutorials, and tutorials are like the majority of the things I do. So it's just probably not going to happen. There is I think there's an interior in this. Yeah, it's got a minecart in there for you to sit in. This is the TIE Striker in 1-to-1. Then we have it's basically the Coruscant police gunship, however it's the Imperial model we have here. This was an absolute pain to do, and this is still bigger in like most dimensions than what it's supposed to be in 1-to-1. It is really tiny measurement wise. It's about 5 meters wide, and then like I don't know how many meters long it is, but yeah, it's really small. But you can get in here, you can sit in the pilot seat. I like doing that now with the minecarts and making pilot seats. It's fun. But that's fun. That's cool. Very cool. 1-to-1 TIE Interceptor. We've been over that before. This TIE Defender was made by Clone 543, all on his own. So yeah, it's really good, and it's like in my style. So yeah, well done to him. TIE Bomber. This is the TIE Advanced, and then again made by Clone 543. TIE Fighter. We've done a tutorial on this. ATDP. This uses a very... I don't know if the minecarts will be in there now. Yeah, it looks like they are actually. There's one minecart there, one minecart there, and I use a very filthy tactic to get those in there. Yeah, it's very stupid. ATST has a custom banner on it for the eyes. That's nice. Moving on to 2-to-1 stuff. This is the brand new TIE Advanced in 2-to-1 scale, made by mostly Clone 543. In fact, I'd say he pretty much did all of it. TIE Fighter 2-to-1, brand new model. This is I think it's the Outland TIE Fighter from The Mandalorian, the one that Moff Gideon uses. Oh, we have a super chat. That's fantastic. Thank you, Lewis. What are your thoughts on the latest Belle Delphine drama? I honestly do not know what's been going on with her recently. I've not really heard of her in about 3 months. So yeah. I can't really give my opinion on that. Where's my phone? Let's see if I can see anything. £5 for a Belle Delphine question. Well, legend. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that one. You've made me very unprepared now. Let's see what the drama is. Belle down. I want the stream to be kind of a place for you to just ask questions as well as actually showing off my build. So I'm happy to. You get distracted by. Belle Delphine defends kidnap pics after YouTube star is accused of promoting. I'm not going to say that because of demonetization, but yeah, basically it looks like she's been kidnapped. I don't think she has. Yeah, that's weird. It's just weird. That's the limit of what I'm going to say about it, really. Right. Let's carry on. So yeah, Outland TIE Fighter from The Mandalorian. And again, thank you, Lewis, for the £5. That's really, really helpful. Thank you. This is the ATST in 2-to-1. Again, uses custom banners. However, these aren't completely necessary. When we do the tutorial, I will explain what we can do with these. Basically, behind this... I broke the entire thing now. Well done. There's just glass there. It just helps to make it look a little bit better. There's a lot of new techniques I'm using nowadays. I honestly can't get this banner back on. There we go. A lot of new techniques I'm using nowadays that really, really spice up the build. This is the ATDP in 2-to-1 scale. Has been updated a lot. So yeah. I'm just going to take a quick moment to read through some more of those chats because I realised I missed a lot of them. Let's see. Can you make a server or something that the players can build on? Yes, there will be a server. That's what I'm on right now. It's just going to be a case of actually setting up the server, and it takes time to do it. So, what else? Can you? When are you going to do 2-to-1 TIE Fighter? Soon, probably soon. But I don't think it was that many videos ago I did the other TIE Fighter, so I just want to give it a little bit, a bit longer. Tips, fits, quality in video. What's be more specific? I don't know what the. Yeah, that's a good tip. Press shift and space at the same time so you're shift flying. If there's any video quality, I live like in the middle of the countryside, so it's going to be really hard to get good upload quality consistently. And also I am just streaming in 1080p, so it may not look the best. and also I'm in a kind of full, and it's not full screen, but it's like a windowed mode, like, but it takes up most of the screen. So the quality still will be a little bit less, sadly. But most of these issues will be ironed out by the next stream. Obviously, this is, I'd say it's a test stream, just to kind of test the waters for building, really, on stream with you guys. So, yeah. What made you come back from not uploading? Well, I'll answer that in a minute. Can you put schematics in your next tutorials? Schematics normally come a couple of months after the tutorial is released, just to give people time to actually do the tutorials for it. 1-to-1 Star Destroyer. I mean, I can't say no, but I really wish they would increase the build height. Will there be a 1-to-1 scale for Dornian Gunship? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. If you had to guess how long the world download is released, years probably. We're gonna look at Razor Crest real quick. We'll get to that in a minute. Will there be more 100? Yeah, 1 to 100 builds. I miss building a tiny fleet. Yeah, at some point. When we'll release Partless for the Ghost? I don't know yet. I'll answer the what made you come back from uploading. Basically, I don't know. It's just I really wanted to focus more on the channel, and I realised I'd only uploaded about 18 times over the entire last year. So I thought that was ridiculous, especially since most of them were small. So yeah, I wanted to improve that. Anyway, you planning to do 1-to-1 Sandcrawler? Yeah, just not right now, but yeah, definitely. 1-to-1 is gonna. How much stream go? I'm planning to stream till about 9 or 10 maybe. You creating my mini-series of 2-to-1 Tantive 4 tutorial. I wouldn't even do 1-to-1 Tantive 4 tutorial, so I don't know. Maybe. Maybe at some point. I will go over how I design my builds at some point soon. Let's carry on with the showcases. So this is the TX225 in 2-to-1 scale. This looks pretty nice. I've had this around for like 3 or 4 years. Never did the tutorial, and I've just given it like an update, like an overhaul really. But it is based on a very old build, probably one of the oldest builds here. This is the ITT, I think it is, from The Mandalorian, based on the old, I think it's Kenner or Hasbro toy. Very nice. I don't know if there's an interior for this. Oh, there is. Okay, I think Clone made that. But yeah. This is the brand new 2-to-1 TIE Defender as well. This was made today. Yeah, I don't think we've done one of these since about 2017 either, or 2016. So yeah. Just gonna have a drink of water. Hang on, my voice is already going. There we go. This is the 2-to-1 TIE Interceptor again, a pretty new build, but not the newest, and it needs to be updated with the black stone here instead of the black concrete. TIE Striker 2-to-1, I made this recently as well, cloned it, a little bit of an interior for it. But again, things like the Striker and the Defender and the TIE Advanced, these are all brand new, like really new, and they use like the most updated building techniques, and they are really size accurate. Like all these blocks are being measured to pixel perfection. But yeah, pixel perfection. So yeah. Lambda class shuttle has gone through a couple of updates. However, there won't be another tutorial for it because it was horrible. There will be for the 1-to-1, but not this one. It's just mainly block updates like smooth quartz. In fact, I haven't even replaced the cobblestone walls with the diorite there. So yeah, stupid boy. Let me just read some more comments here. Yeah, we'll go to the AT-ATs in a second. Yeah, this is the normal one. Gone through a lot of updates since we did the tutorial a couple of years ago now, I think it was. So yeah, it's just pretty sick. And again, has been measured to like pixel perfection. And I'll go through my technique at some point. I don't know if I'll be able to convey it in a way that a lot of people understand, because it is kind of complicated, but then when you actually get around to doing it, it isn't. But the way that I explain things is pretty terrible. So yeah, this is the Rebels AT-AT in 2-to-1 scale. Probably one of my favourite builds, and I wish I had the old version of this to compare it to, but this is just leaps and bounds better. And then Clone543 made a Fallen Order version of this, which looks sick. And he's made a little pond. Well, not pond, it's meant to be part of the Kashyyyk rivers. Or swamps for it to go in. So yeah. And here is the AT-ACT. Sadly not finished yet. But I will get around to it. And again, is leaps and bounds better than the old model. And I will get around to doing it at some point. Just look how menacing that head is. Crazy. And here's the 2-to-1 Gazanti. So, yeah, pretty cool. After that, there is not really much else on the updated side of things. These are the ones that I've got yet to actually remake. Actually, I can take the Defender out of there now because we've done that. It's just the Bomber and TIE Advanced X one that we need to update in terms of TIE Fighters. And obviously these two need remaking. And I think the Sentinel is what we're going to be building today on the stream while I answer questions and chat with you guys. Let's carry on past the Imperials. These are the not first order, these are the Resistance things. So we've got the RZ2 A-Wing. Someone says, what does 2-to-1 and 1-to-1 mean? I will answer that now because some people have been confused with it before. 1-to-1 scale is basically like life size. So if you take your Minecraft character and go and stand next to a 1-to-1 build, this is how big they would be in Star Wars if it actually existed. Obviously, if I was to build a car in 1-to-1 scale, it would be the size of a car in real life compared to my Minecraft character. We normally say that the character is about 2 meters tall, so I normally work off that scale. 2-to-1 is double real life scale. So obviously, if we're in Star Wars now, I'd be a half-sized person, or the TIE Advance would be a double-sized ship, basically. That's basically as easy as I can put it. Right. Back to these RZ2 A-Wing, T70 X-Wing, yep, and then also the very ugly T85. Look at them cannons, look at them, they're stupid. The Ski Speeder is the only thing that I haven't remade yet. Oh no, I'm out of water. Oh, my throat's going to die. I'm going to have to go and get some in a minute. What tutorial was the worst and most annoying to make? Millennium Falcon 2-to-1 was the second version was the worst. That was 6 hours 18 minutes. So yeah. First order wise, we've got the updated LIUV, I think it is, and it's again this and the TX225, I think it is, have been around for years. They just got kind of updates to the builds, and they'll be made at some point. We have the 1-to-1 scale Shred Speeder. Let's take that as you will. I think that was going to be the... I want to say that was going to be the ATM6. But I can't remember. And here is Kylo Ren Shuttle, or Command Cruiser, or whatever you call it. This needs updating to 1.16, so don't take what you see as like what's going to actually happen in the tutorial. And then all these things need remaking into 1.16, so yeah. As you can tell, I'm not a massive fan of the sequel stuff. I do like that though, I want to remake that, because that is I like that ship. And the First Order ATSD, there's no difficulty in remaking that. Past there, we go to the miscellaneous things. Once we're done with this section, I'm going to get a drink, so I will be back in literally a minute. This is a Slave 1 in 1-to-1 scale. Going to give it very slight colour updates, just add a bit of green in there, and then I'll release this as a tutorial. I also need to make the flight mode of that, so yeah. This is the Skiff Speeder 1-to-1, very cute. And Jabba Sailbard. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go get a drink. I'll be back in 1 second. Don't go anywhere. I have returned. That was quick. So yeah, the Sail Barge 1-to-1. Very, very small build, as you can see. Turns out it's not that big in universe like I expected. And then the Razor Crest, you guys want to see this. Again, I'm not doing the 2-to-1 until I get some measurements for it, because I know as soon as I make it, they're going to give me official measurements, and it's going to be all wrong. So, yeah, I refuse. And then, yeah, the 1-to-1 Naboo starter fighter. I will make this soon, and while we're here, actually, switch that out for some polished blackstone instead. So much better, look at that. It's nice. I know I already reviewed everything in the World Showcase, and I've done it already, but there is new stuff. Most of this is existing already. But yeah, I just wanted to go over everything again because there has been a lot added. So yeah, none of this is new. Cloud Cars, Land Speeder, Naboo Starfighter, Skiff, this thing that I don't want to talk about, and then the Slave One's both model. You guys will love this one after seeing Mandalorian. Oh, I shouldn't have spoiled that, should I? Oopsie daisy. And then the Sandcrawler. Oh, you all knew about it anyway. I'm not going to apologise. Nah, you already knew about it anyway. If you're a Star Wars fan, you will have. Anyway, that's all those really. That's about it. So, yeah, I mean, you let me know what you guys want to see during the stream, because this was the main objective, was to do a little bit of building, show off some new builds. Is there anything else you want to see? The only one was Trinity. What was anything new about your city world? I've not really. The city sadly is now pretty much abandoned, because it was all made in like 1.12. So yeah, it's probably going to be remade and restarted on the server. But I'm going to take a lot of the buildings that I already made and sort of remake them. So it's kind of got the same energy and vibe. As for Trinity, I will warp there now so you can see what's going on. So basically what we have here is, if you watch the old Trinity videos, this is, I mentioned in that video basically I was going to be remaking the Trinity map, but like way more in depth. And this is kind of where we got to so far. Clones really took the lead with this. He's done a lot of this himself, which I'm really thankful for. It's got this very, very cyberpunk, sort of dirty backstreets feel to it, with all this steam rising up. It's really cool. So yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much all the stuff that's going on with Trinity. A couple of ships and vehicles here. Chloe made that, I want to say, yeah. He made this little motorcycle, very cool. He made, I don't know, he made one of these. I can't remember which. So, yeah. Do a 4-to-1 Millennium Falcon tutorial. Actually, I did forget to show something. Nope, wrong one. Warp, Builder Zone. There we go. So there are more builds over here which you're going to love. I've already showed all these off, obviously. Ignore that. Here are some kind of mid-scale ships. So we've got the Venator at 1-to-50 scale. The Acclamator at 1-to-50 scale, obviously nowhere near finished. The Consular class frigate in 1-to-10. Yeah, 1-to-10. And the Aquitans in 1-to-10, the Acclamator in 1-to-10, obviously again not finished, and then the Venator in 1-to-10, and then we'll get to that in a minute. Over here we have some of the 5-to-1 scale things. So we have the 5-to-1 scale Land Speeder, we have the 5-to-1 scale Speeder Bike, we have the 5-to-1 scale A-Wing, looks absolutely fantastic. 5-to-1 scale TIE Fighter. I actually managed to get a round cockpit on this one, which is really great. And then the 5-to-1 scale X-Wing, one of my favourite all-time builds ever. I mean, look at that, look at that. Why wouldn't you love that? Yeah. It's really awesome. And then because most of these with the black base plate will be in the first season of the 5-to-1 tutorials, and then anything with the white will be in the second season. So, yeah. Quick water break, hang on. this stuff absolutely destroys your voice. So, yeah. Here is the 1-to-1 scale Acclimator Transgalactic Assault Ship, I think it's called. Got very far with this, and it's just the finishing touches I need to apply to this now. But I mean, look at the look at the engines. They're huge. Yeah. Yeah, this has been a massive work in progress. And it has a bridge made by Clone. So yeah, lovely. Right, moving on from there. Let's carry on. There's other things back here. I've shown this before in a video, I think, in the World Showcase. But we'll get there in a second. I sadly have deleted most of the Venator. However, obviously it was just like a template before, like a 2D template. Now it's actually developed more than that, and we actually have the start of the engines of the 1-to-1 scale Venator, which is crazy. So yeah, and before you ask, no, there is no ever going to be a tutorial on a 1-to-1 Venator. That would be absolutely ridiculous. It barely even fits in the world. I've had to like change and retcon the height of the Venator to 256 just so that it can actually fit in the Minecraft world. So, yeah. And apart from that, I mean, that's basically it now for the Star Wars stuff. Now, if we, I think I'm going to take this to 8:30 or 9, probably 9 o'clock, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk the entire way through. My voice will die at some point. I am going to start on the 2-to-1 scale Sentinel. Obviously, we have the old Sentinel here. This is based on the Legends appearance. And I will explain some of my build process while I do it as well. So I'm going to be using another program in another window. So if I go onto the that screen for a bit, don't worry. So yeah, basically what I do is I take the kind of side, top, and front views into Paint, which is a very simple program, so easy to operate. And what I do is scale the edge of the image to kind of the sections around the build. Let me see if I can actually get this on screen. Hang on, bear with me. Window capture. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. Hopefully. Let's see. Right, so this is a fan image I found online. I will put a link to the DeviantArt page where I found it after the stream finishes. But yeah, I get the edges of the image kind of to there, and obviously to the end of the wing. And then I can go into, bear with me, resize, and then make it just as long as the build will be. So the Sentinel's Clash landing craft is 38 meters long, I think. So then I would make it 76, and I normally just make it 7600 to yeah. And then what you can do from there is actually grab the select tool and work out how long each section is. So for this back section here, obviously from this back wing to the back, it's 1586 if you see it down here and if my cursor's on screen. But yeah, 1586. So I'd round that to 16 blocks. And then obviously that back section is 16 blocks long. That's how I work out how wide things are, how long things are. So yeah, that's just something. If I can get rid of this window now. There we go. So yeah, that's basically how I scale things and get them into proportion. So yeah. Right. Right, so basically, yeah, we already figured out the back section is, what was it, 16, I think? Yeah, basically 16 blocks long. So what I'm going to do is take a temporary block here. I'm going to use cyan wool, say. And we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Typically, I do this with the one tool on World Edit. So yeah, 16 blocks there. And then also on that paint image, I need to figure out how far down it is. So from my calculations, it is 30 blocks down. So what I'll do is cut this just like so. And then if we find the top, find 30. That was amazingly accurate. There we go. 30. And then paste it just there. I think that was right. Hang on. That's 29. I can move it down. That's fine. There we go. Simple as that. So yeah, we're on 30 blocks down now. Hope this is making sense to you guys, because this is a good way for you to follow it, basically. So you're scaling the photo size to a number of pixels, then measure it out, yeah. Basically, the number of pixels is the amount of meters long it is. It's as simple as that. So yeah. So wait, so the LATC is not getting a tutorial? Yeah, it is. The 1:1 scale one needs to be built first, but 2:1 will come someday. Someday soon, hopefully. I may talk a bit less now just because I don't want to just absolutely destroy my throat. But as I build, I will try and narrate what I'm doing. So I'm going to be using mainly, obviously, white materials for this, since it's a white build. I'm going to be using white concrete as my main one, I reckon. And then quartz stairs as a secondary. Secondary block, because I know I'll need these. Can you dig down to make builds bigger? Yeah, I guess, but I've only got like 4 blocks under this grass, so there's not much point. So, yeah. So where are we? Right, so I measured that 30 blocks down was where the back section begins. So that's fine. So then it's actually 31 blocks down that the white blocks start. Would you guys be interested in seeing a video of me actually explaining the process a bit more? Let me know, because I would 100% do it. Do you use mods? I'm guessing that's, do you use mods? I use Optifine, I think. Yeah, Optifine and shaders. And in terms of mods, that's basically, I use a resource pack from vanillatweaks.net that basically gives me the dark UI, because I work a lot during night, so I don't want it to destroy my eyes. So yeah. Also, so I don't forget. Okay, so it's 2.5 blocks in. That's really awkward, because there isn't a really good way to do that. Let's see. We'll do it 3 blocks in. And then it goes down by a total of 8 blocks. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And then bring that across. Sorry if this is boring, by the way, but these were the plans for this evening. So, but you get to see my building process, which is cool, I suppose. And then the actual round part of the back section of the Sentinel is actually 5 blocks tall. If we do, yeah, that's 5. There we go. Fantastic. Yeah. So tell me what you guys think. Do you prefer the Legend Sentinel or the new canon one that appealed in Rebels? Because I don't know. I kind of prefer the old one. Just it's so much sleeker and nicer. So yeah. What's 45 people still watching? That's nice. Very cool. I know it's not the most thrilling thing in the world. I will put a shader on, actually. I'm going to put Shoes Renewed on. No, this is 2:1 scale. Yeah, this is the shader that I use typically. It gets shots like this, which is awesome. So yeah. Now, sadly, I don't have a width for this build yet. The 1-to-1 scale one is. Let me go over and see. The Canon Sentinel looks too much like a Lambda reskin. Yes, it does. That's my main issue with it. Lost a lot of its charm, I think. This is 21 blocks wide. However, I'm not going to assume that the 2-to-1 scale is going to be double that, because that would be irresponsible. So I'll have to estimate at some point. I'm just going to be doing the kind of side outline for today. So yeah. Where was I? So I've done five tall here. That's good. And then need to go to the next block along, and that's going to be 31.38 blocks down. So if we do 31.5 blocks, round that to the nearest number, that's 31. So this will be, what is that? Bear with me. Let me just double check something. Hang on. 30. Oh, okay, so this one needed to be white as well. I'm going to turn the shader off because it's making everything really weird and glossy. USS AAA Battlefront 2. Yeah, technically. Technically, yeah, I just re-downloaded it. I had it uninstalled for a while. But I do plan to play it again. I'm confused here. I get confused a lot when I build, by the way. Don't see that as a worrying sign. This is 31, and it goes down to 38. So where's this? That's 39. Okay. But then if we bring that up by 1 block, we then have to move this up by 1 block. There we go. Do I play Space Engineers? I used to a bit, but I could never really get into it. I've seen people make like really amazing Star Wars stuff on Space Engineers, so here's an idea, but maybe not right now. Where could I go from here? Let's see. We go to. I'm just gonna double check these measurements are right. It's close enough. Alright, so this bit carries on to 19.3 blocks across. That's 16, 17, 18, 19. And then would be a good way to do this. Let's just take it to 20 and we can come back to it in a minute. Yeah. 41 people still viewing, thank you for sticking around. I know it's not the most fun thing in the world, but yeah. Alright, from there. What else would you guys want to see me play? Does anyone like Halo? I like Halo. I play a lot of that, so I don't know if any of you guys want me to live stream that. Maybe play with some of you guys as well in the stream. That'd be kind of cool. Ooh, before I move on, I'm gonna add the kind of wing joints onto here as well. So one of them is 5.5 blocks along. That's really awkward. 5. We'll just put it at this block here. Obviously, it's nowhere near as detailed as it will be when it's done. But this is mainly my process, is to kind of mark out the major sections and then get into proper details afterwards. That's this one's 12.5 blocks, so I'm just going to put it here. close enough for me anyway. That's fine. In fact, I'm going to move it one block to the right. So yeah, these are the kind of wing ratchets, the bits that connect the wings to the body. However, obviously they're very 2D at the minute. They will be expanded upon soon. Halo 3 is 100% happening, live stream wise. I had a really great video the other day that I recorded. Hasn't been on the channel, but yeah, it was fantastic. I got 36 kills, I think, to 2 deaths, or 38, and 27 of them were in a Gauss Hog, I think. So, oh, and that was all in one life, which I really would have hated to be the end of my team, but the Gauss Hog is so overpowered. That's Halo 3, by the way, in case no one knows what on earth I'm talking about. So if we move on to the... yeah, basically what one guy said was the Sentinel in canon is kind of way too similar to the Lambda in canon, and I do agree 100%. If we go back to the 1-to-1 model over here, obviously we've got both of them. My music stopped. Oh no, it's the next song, that's fine. The Lambda has this kind of... it's got the window about 2/3 of the way up the head, and then this big bulbous section with the side pods here, and then it raises up again. The Sentinel used to have a very flat top with like none of this on it, but then after the canon update they basically plopped the lander on top of here. Weird though, like all this has been scaled up, but then the wing, if you actually look, is scaled down. So strange. And then the head again, the old Sentinel had the cockpit window down here, but they moved it to be a Lambda style. So fly all the way back now. TIE Advanced V1 or more Gideon's Outlander TIE. Is that like a question of what's better or what? How many people we still got? 37. Oh, we're losing them. That's okay, I don't mind. Right, so if we go to this block here, that's going to be 18 blocks along. We can start the race section. So that's 16, 17, 18, and it actually starts there. And then it goes up to 26.9 meters. So if we grab this, at 26.9, I'm going to just round that to 27. So 27 is there. Yeah. So this goes up to... Oh, I can't reach it. Where are you? 27 is there. And then it goes to here. Yeah, that looks right to me. And then this goes across to 42.1. I'm going to round that down to 42. That's going to be 19. And then we just bring this all the way across now. And I'll stop at a random point and measure it. 41, 42. There we go. Now, the main thing we have to focus on really at a certain point is these massive round side bits. So we'll get to that at some point. I do really need to work out a width at some point as well. What scale do I prefer, 1-to-1 or 2-to-1? Good question. In terms of detail, I prefer 2-to-1, obviously, 100%. But 1-to-1 is way more practical, and tutorials especially just take like half or a third as much of the time, so it is a lot better. Maybe do half scale Millennium Falcon. I don't know. I've not really thought about half scale stuff, if I'm honest with you. So right, if we look at the giant round side section, this is, if I go to the 1-to-1 model, in fact I'm going to grab the 1-to-1 model and bring it over so that I can just refer to it, so you know which part I'm working on, and just copy and paste it. Trust me, guys. By the way, future live streams will have webcam. Will way more entertaining. Obviously, this is just a test, really, just to see what you guys want to see. I just put cute. I meant cut. No, I don't want cut. I want copy. There we go. Oh dear. When are the next tutorials coming? Tomorrow. Shoot. Paste. There we go. Right, so if we take a look at the side view, this bit here is that, and this raised bit here is basically that. Obviously, none of it's 3D, and obviously with it being double scale, it's pretty massive. And just gonna double check something actually. That was only 42 along, I think. I'm gonna quickly add a stair here, just so I know that that's actually meant to be half a block. After that, what's your favorite ship in Star Wars, Halo, etc.? I can give you one from each franchise. My favorite Halo vehicle or ship is... I haven't actually thought about an answer for that. In terms of gameplay, I'd say probably the Goshawk. In terms of just like overall appearance, I don't know, I've always really liked the Banshee and the Wraith, two of my favourite vehicles. The Wraith is terrible in most of the games. So Star Wars, I don't know, it's a tough one. I've never really thought about my favourite Star Wars ship either. What do I think of the sequels? I'll get to that in a minute. I mean, I always like the X-Wing, obviously. The X-Wing is very, very classic, for sure. Obviously, I like the Millennium Falcon. I'm a bit put off with the giant tutorial I did, but yeah. I mean, you could probably say it's the one that I built the most. So I'd say the Lambda is one of my favourites. The AT-AT is one of my favourites too. The Sentinel is a good one. I've always liked the Tantive 4. I'll tell you that one. I do really like this ship. I was very sad about the Rise of Skywalker. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but yeah, it makes me sad. So yeah, let's carry on with this. I'm getting distracted. Oh, thank you to Claim543 for the £5. Will we ever see the hidden Claim543 tutorial in 480p? Inside joke, but I mean, yeah, sure. If you want, yeah, Clone made a tutorial of the Eta 2 Starfighter that I made in 1:1 scale. I died halfway through basically because I just couldn't stop coughing during the recording, and then I made it into a joke and recorded it in 480p, and it exists only in my PC, and it will never see the light of day. Although, I don't know, let me know if you guys want to see it as a kind of joke tutorial. It might go up on April Fool's Day. We'll see. But yeah. Thanks for the £5 Clone. If you don't know, by the way, he's one of my intergalactic patrons. Massive contributor to the channel, and obviously, like I said, he's made like half of these things, or at least the interiors of them. Does a lot of work in the 1-to-1 scene. Don't really see him do much 2-to-1 stuff, except he did a fair bit of this TIE Defender. So, yeah, thank you again to him. When are the 5-to-1 scale builds come in? Currently just working on getting like a style for them in terms of the actual videos. Yeah, it's not going to be too far off, trust me, but I'm just working on it behind the scenes. Can't really say more than that. Will the 1-to-1 Scale Slave 1 be made into Django Effects version as well? Yeah. Would you say Clone is your co-channel member? I wouldn't say co-channel, but I'd say definitely in terms of running the Discord. By the way, join the Discord if you're not in it. I will again try and put a link in the description once this video goes live. Well, not live, once this goes onto the channel. Yeah, he runs the Discord mainly, a lot more than I do, and he does a lot of the server maintenance. So I'm really not good at doing things behind the scenes with servers. So I can see him now typing in live chat and being creepy. But yeah, he's a good friend, and massively thankful to him for helping this channel continue to grow. When making the tutorials for the 5-to-1 builds again, I already answered it, kind of. Discord link. I mean, I can post it in the chat now, I think. Let's see if I can do that. Hang on. Where am I? Where is it? Share the link. Invite people. Edit invite link. I'll make it a permanent one. There we go. Okay, let's see if this works. Hopefully there's a big influx of people coming to the Discord now. PC specs. I don't know. I cannot remember. I made it ages ago. I think I've got a RTX 2070. The dark side of £5. Thank you so much. Jeez, this is really turning out to be a mega stream. Jeez, wow. Oh jeez. Upload the Halo 2 Scarab tutorial April 1st. Dark side I will at some point. I promise. I promise you I will. Sunday. Darksider, if you don't know, he's in the chat now. Is one of the oldest fans of the channel. If you watch my Halo 2 Scarab showcase video, I think it was, this was probably going back to like 2015 or 16. He basically asked for the Halo 2 Scarab. And it's like one of my first regular fans. So yeah, a massive shout out to the Darksider again for his contributions to the channel. He's also an intergalactic patron. I completely forgot to say that, but yeah, again, massive thanks to him. Let's carry on with this now, while I try and also read comments at the same time. Discord links in the chat, by the way, if you want to join that. Any tips for getting big on Minecraft Star Wars tutorials? I don't know, because I wouldn't even really say that I'm big enough to even comment on that. But just do things that you enjoy making. Don't try and like just pander. A lot of the things that I did to begin with were very out there, and they don't rack in the views, but they get that, you know, like loyal base of like Legends fans, which is really what you want, because you want people who are passionate about Star Wars. So yeah, a lot of Legends stuff is good to make. But yeah, things like X-Wings and Millennium Falcons, they get you the views. Like obviously my 2-to-1 Millennium Falcon is my highest video, and that's at 168,000, I think. But you know, it depends on what you want to make. I can't really give any more advice on that, to be honest. Right, I need to focus on this. I need to build. We're still at 39 people, so that's good. I may need a toilet break at some point, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't hold back with what I say, as you can tell. I should have gone before I started this. Let's see how many new people are on Discord. We've got, ooh, yikes, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 new people. Great stuff. Fantastic. Right, so the side, this bit here, basically, a massive round side pod. This is where the troop bay is, basically. That's what I'm working on now, and that looks like it's 40 blocks long and 10.2. Well, I'll read out the actual measurements to you. It looks to be 39.69 meters long and then 10.25 meters tall. So if we go for 40 blocks long and 10 meters tall, that sounds fine to me. And that starts at 18 blocks along, well, 19 technically, and it's halfway up this section as well. So if we go 1, I'm going to grab a temporary block, bring this along. I don't remember what I said now. 18, I think it was. 19th block technically. Yeah. That's the 18th. There, this is the 19th. And then it was 10 blocks tall, wasn't it? Technically 10.5, but I'll let it slide. Where do you find the measurements for the ships? Just Wikipedia, really. Some of them I do have to estimate myself. A example of this is, what was it? I can't remember which one it was. I know there was something though. I guess I'll never know. But yeah, some of them require a lot of kind of estimations. Some of them, their measurements are wrong. So like the B-wing, it says on Wikipedia, I think that it's like 3 meters long, which as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It isn't 3 meters long. Even in 1-to-1 scale, it's not 3 meters. And it says it's 7 meters tall. This ended up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Again, it's just not realistic. Sadly, it's just one of the things you have to deal with and just work it out yourself sometimes. So yeah. I got distracted again, sorry. So I'm going to use a different colour for this section just so I know which bit is which. I'm actually going to use something very, very prominent, very red wool. So we count this as our kind of middle starting block. If we go up by 4 and down by 4, that'll make it 9. A good thing to do actually would be to measure how far down it is. It's 30.82 blocks down. This is 31 there. What did I say? It was 30.82. Can't really round that to 31 either. And I'd use half a block. I don't know. I just don't know. Stress. Let's try making it 10.5. How far down is that? That's 40.9. See how far that's down. 40.9. Do you have a day job? I did. Yeah. I don't anymore. Hence why I've had a lot more time to record. 40.9. Yeah, a lot of the process of building is just working out measurements. Very fun, as you can tell by how dead I sound in my voice now. 40.9 would make it there, technically, it'd be 41. But that is too long now. That's 11. Can't be 11. It needs to be 10.5. It's not even 10.5, it's 10.9, so it is technically 10 blocks. God, this is 30.9. It's 31, so it starts on the 32nd block technically. Alright, so yeah, okay. We'll move that down. That's 10 blocks. That's fine. Yes. Yay. Nice. And it started 18, 19 blocks technically. That's there. Perfect. Is it to say you are the Bob Ross of Minecraft story? The compliment. Oh, thank you. I mean, yeah, that is nice. Thank you. What did we say? It was long. It was 40 blocks long, wasn't it? Yeah. So you know what? I can't be bothered to do that for. I'm just going to do stack 39. And that's 40, I think. Yay, there we go. And then bring that up. Obviously, it's not a circle yet. It's currently a rectangle. I will make it into a circle at some point. By the way, just so you know, I am not going to finish this build today. I'm not even going to make it 3D today. It's just the starting point. What about your face? That'll be in the next live stream. I just need to get around to setting up a proper kind of recording zone for me in my face. I'm currently wearing a Jedi robe dressing gown, if that puts into context how unprepared I am visually for this stream. Although I guess a Jedi robe dressing gown wouldn't be the worst thing to wear. Better than nothing. So in terms of the curve, I'd say it's probably going to be 2 blocks in the center, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 blocks there, and then if we kind of curve this around, in fact I'm going to use another color for the curve. That is, when I talk about the curve, I mean this bit here as well, by the way. Did you make new one-to-one builds conservative? No, I honestly just... I did the one-to-one things first. I did them first. Now, Vitiv only started doing one-to-one stuff like a week or so ago. So, but again, he's a fantastic guy and a great builder. And the fact that he does such massive tutorials is just a testament to how good he is. So. Because I could never do things like, I don't know, like this Gazanti. Clone's here! Would you look at that? He's here. He is here. But yeah, go check out V2 because he makes great stuff, like I said. Sadly, with doing narrated tutorials, there is a point where your voice just stops working. So that's why I tend to not do massive things anymore. Let me leave it. I put here is here. He is here. There we go. There we go. Right, so that's the curve. Started off. Clone, say hi. Say hi to the lovely people. I've done this stupidly wrong. Chill. 34 people still watching. Thank you, everyone who's sticking around. I don't know who Gyps is. I've heard of him a lot recently, but I've never watched this person in my life. So I don't know. Oh, I love that. That looks really good. This is going well so far. And then we just have to do the same at the other end. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Make that green. Should do that for the other ones as well, actually. Just to keep it consistent. Just so we know what bits we've actually done. He's doing that for me. He's a really good Star Wars tutorial dude who's a one-to-one that stopped uploading for a while. Oh, that's a shame. I'll check him out. So what's going on with the 221 ATTE? See, I did take a look at this, and are the models over here somewhere? No, I guess they're being deleted. Oh no, wait, this isn't in the Republic section. Never mind, wrong place. The old 221 ATTE isn't the worst thing in the world, to be honest with you. I'm gonna give it a bit longer before I remake it. I mean, obviously you can change these nether brick bits out for red nether brick, but apart from that, it's proportionally still absolutely great. I will definitely remake it, and as you can see, I started to do so, but I don't know. I'm gonna leave it for a little while. I've got more pressing things to work on. So yeah, currently 41 people. Hello to anyone new who's joining. We're just doing a bit of building. And this is my first live stream. So, also anyone new who's joined, there is a link a bit further up in the chat where you can join the Discord to keep in touch. And yeah, nice. What can I work on next with the measurements? Let's see. I'm not going to make the fin yet on top, even though I probably could. I'm going to leave that a little bit. Just going to check Spotify actually, because I don't want it to move on to music that you can't use during streams. It'll be alright. No one's going to report me. I hope. So the top bit goes up to 50.33. We've grabbed the measuring stick. Call it my measuring stick. That's no, this ain't right. Hang on. Oh yeah, it's because it's a layer in, isn't it? 52, 53. What do you say? 50.33. 50, and it will be 50, and we'll do a stair there, and then we'll do another stair up there, and then this line is 1.5 blocks. That's really awkward. That's really stupid. It's 2.5 for that section. I guess if we do 1 block here and then half a block. Everything's got to be really awkward, hasn't it? Do you know Back to the Future? Kind of. I think I've seen one of them. I'm not the biggest fan. Clone. Hey. Hey, come back. Where's he gone? Never mind. I'm just going to wait here for him. I guess he's not coming back. Alright. Oh, there he is. Clone. Hey, do something interesting. What? I don't know what that means. Where did you get the name Alcestis from? Good question. Good question. I still remember when you were TSGZ. Yeah, so do I. That was... right, first question first. Where did you get the name Alcestis from? Basically... Oh, yeah. There we go. That's the interesting thing. He's a little baby Yoda. Thank you. Alcestis was made up of three other made-up words. Basically, we're going to come into play in my Trinity series. As the names of 3 massive capital ships. And alas, they never happened. And so I'm stuck with this name for now. I am thinking, and I will tell you now, that I am thinking about changing the name to something a bit more relevant. But Alcestis will still stay in the channel canon as potentially as part of Trinity. What else was there? Yeah. You remember from when I was TSGZ, so do I. I still love that name. Thank you, Little Mohawk 810 for that unnecessary statement, but I thank you for telling us. What's the biggest thing you built? My Acclimator, actually. I don't know how many of you guys have seen it. 45 viewers, by the way. That's going back up somehow. Acclimator, I will fly back over. What is your favourite build you ever built on your channel? I don't know. I genuinely do not know. Probably one of my Halo builds, actually. Yeah, this is the biggest thing I ever built. But it's soon going to be dethroned by the Venator, whenever that happens. You won't even load the entire thing in one. So, how do I join? You sadly can't. It's not an open server yet. We are still working on making it player accessible, but that will be later this year. So, when's the next Halo tutorial? Hopefully in a few days. I haven't recorded one yet, but it will be a smaller one. There's a lot of Halo stuff to get through. So, yeah. I guess we could mark out the head, I suppose, while we are here. £500. I think that's pounds. I don't know my weight terms. LBS is pounds, I think. £500 of raw steel, and can't say that because I'll get demonetized. But appeal. Thank you, Michael, for the comment. Need a tutorial for the 1 minute. Well, no, that's not happening. Could you make a LAAT patrol ship? I have done that in 1-to-1 scale. That's over here. If we fly over, there you go. That's the LAAT patrol ship, the Imperial model. We make the prison ship from Mando. I don't know what it looks like, and it's probably too big, but maybe. Let's mark out the head now. So 1 second. I'm going to end this in about 15 minutes, I think. So we'll wrap this up at some point. So it's about 55.38 blocks along. That's very cool. Let's mark that out. Over here. That looks about right, actually. That's 58. So it's 53. Oh, 55.38. So that's 55, that's 56. So if we take a diorite wall, we can put that here. That's the very back point of the head. Can you subscribe to me? I don't know. What do you do? If you tell me what you do, I might. I can't open your channel from here. If it's interesting, I will. Robin, sorry. Is that a Republic gunship or is it layout for something else? This? No, this is a Sentinel class shuttle. Landing craft, sorry. I would call it that. It's not a shuttle, it's a landing craft. Have you ever made Death Star? No, I haven't actually. That's one of the things that I've never made. One of the most iconic things from Star Wars, and I've never made one in any scale. The top of the head is... If I measure this, hang on. My mouse is suddenly messing up. 25.62, so we'll make it 25.5. Down. So it will be there, I think. 25. That's a half. Is the music still not well? Is the music still loud enough for you guys? I hope it is, or not too loud. So if we do diorite wall, another one, and then 2 iron bars, that should make a decent enough slam. Yeah, that'll be fine. Can I join? No, I've already said no. It's not an open server, sorry. I made your Halo Firebase in survival on my friends realm. Wow, in survival, that's ballsy, but well done. When is the new 2-to-1 TIE Fighter tutorial coming out? It looks clean, and soonish, not too far. Also, I'm trying to play Minecraft. I only have 10 subscribers. If there's Minecraft videos on there, I'm happy to take a look. I can't guarantee I'll subscribe though. I tend to keep my subscriptions very low. I'm very picky about what I see on YouTube. Music is fine, music is fine, good. Have you made an 80 hauler? No, but it is on the list actually. Pay you 10 money, then can I join? Sadly not. No amount of money can open the server, because we're still working on it. Still working on all the permissions and rules and things, so sadly not yet, but please be patient. What's the most rewarding thing about being a Minecraft builder? Just seeing the overall product of what you can make is fantastic. Like, once this is done, this is going to look absolutely awesome, and it's great to just think, you know, I made that from start to finish. It started out as a 2D line, and then it's become like a 3D accurate representation of what you're trying to build. So that'll be, yeah, can't wait till this is finished. So yeah. Do you think you can make Moth Giggity? No, I just said Giggity. I'm not Quagmire, I promise. Do you think you can make Moff Gideon's light cruiser with a tutorial? Maybe in a smaller scale than 1-to-1. But yeah, it's something I'm interested in doing. How did Started as a proof of concept. I don't remember what that was in referring to. Clone is part of the server because we started it together, and he's one of the intergalactic patrons. And I pitched the idea to him of a server, and he's helping out with setting it up. Basically, it's just not a place that you can play on at the minute, but it won't be too long. ACT tutorial, please. Yes, that's coming soon. I made the Death Star if you want to check it out. Yeah, if you got a video, I'll check it out. Sure. Or if it's on a server or something. Moff Giggity is now headcanon for me. Oh, that has given me a good laugh. Oh. I love that. I absolutely love that. I can't stop laughing. Oh wow. Let's continue. I need to get that out of my head. So the head goes to 60.34 blocks along. I'm probably just going to keep that at 60, I think. If I can measure that from there to there, that's 57, 58, 59, 60. Off giggity. It's weird to think how much work you put into your videos, but some people who talk at 5 miles per hour get millions of subs. Yeah, I guess. Thank you. I do get why I don't blow up. My content is very, very restrictive in terms of just the content I actually make. Obviously, I don't want to just start like making random Minecraft Fortnite tutorials just to get the views. I do things that I enjoy making, and sadly, by doing that, it's going to limit the amount of audience I have. That's just how it is. I don't want to be doing it just for the sake of getting ad revenue or subscribers. That's not what it's about to me. So I also strip on Minecraft and Among Us, and I only have 10 subscribers. I mean, you can. It's hard to branch out when you first start. I just literally persisted and uploaded like every day, and I was only getting like a subscriber every week when I first started the channel. So, can you do anything from the Mandalorian? Yeah, there's the Mandalorian Gazanti over there somewhere. There's the Outland TIE Fighter, and alright, there'll be some other stuff soon. And the Razor Crest, obviously. And then the head goes forward to, well, the very front of the build, actually. And that's at 32.26 blocks down. What I'm going to do is quickly, let me just measure the height of this, hang on. It's 62 blocks high. Because I want to do another line at the front. Saves me measuring every single time. Stack 61. That should be 62 now. Little Mohawk, thanks. I assume nothing had changed, but you know. Right, so what did we say? It was 32.26 blocks down, so we go 32 and a half. And that's 32 there, and a half is here. So that's where it needs to slope down to. I could use a line tool, to be honest, between those 2 points. It might not work. If it doesn't, it's fine. Line, white, and concrete. Oh, actually, I messed that up. It needs to be there. If that makes it any flatter. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much right anyway. It doesn't look as big as the old one. I guess that's just because of the proportions. Cool thing for you to do on your world is planet environments like random structures for planets. I've got a Endor bunker. I did the Endor landing pad as well. So, yeah, there's a couple of other structures I've done. Reflector says, I'm going to show his comment so you can all see it. Just something. Something that looks like a really long URL, but it's not. It's just gibberish. Do you only do Star Wars? I do Halo as well. I just don't do Halo very often. It's not that it's not popular, but it isn't. It isn't very popular anymore. I know people still want it, but if it's not gonna be seen by anyone, I tend to not do it anymore. But there is a lot of Halo stuff to do. But I am hoping to branch out to other stuff, and I do want to do more just Halo Master Chief Collection videos rather than Halo tutorials. So there's that. I'm going to slab this up so you can see the slope a bit better. There you go. It's not the best slope in the world, and I will keep adjusting that with snow blocks, I think. We make this one snow, maybe. This one snow. You know, you get that slope looking a little bit better. So do you use photos of the object you are building, or what do you use? I use a side view, and I'll bring it back onto the screen so you can see it. Bear with me a second. Window capture. There you go. So this is a DeviantArt, I think it was, or some other website. Someone made this side view of the Sentinel. Obviously, I don't know whether I should give credit. I mean, he did make this, so I will try and put it in the description once this video goes onto the channel. But obviously, I'm not using the image. I'm just kind of using its likeness for my build. So I don't know whether I should. But yeah, I'll try and put it in the description, along with I knew I had to put something else in the description. The Discord link. I already put that in the chat, but I will put it in the description anyway. I think that's his name up there in there, Rasping Leech. I'm hoping that's him. Maybe that's just appeared out of the void. Oh, don't close that. No. There we go. Right, that's fine. Get rid of that now. We don't need the window capture anymore. Hey again, Nexus. Moff Tion. I've seen those Star Wars movies and show. I've seen most of them. I haven't seen Solar. That's probably why I don't want to build the AT Hauler yet. I haven't seen Resistance, the show. Is it Resistance? I think. Yeah. I think that's the only things I haven't seen. I don't know, there's like some other side shows and stuff that didn't last very long. I haven't seen any of those really. I like the Clone Wars. That was good. Rebels was okay. Solo was underrated. Yeah, I used to work at the cinema and it just didn't. It really didn't do well. We like expected massive rushes all day every day when it was out, and then like 3 people turned up and they were all just guys in the like 40s, and then that was it. Like, that was the entire rush for Solo. So yeah. Yeah, it was not what the cinema predicted. Where can we go from here? So we can do the bottom of the head, I suppose. So if I just need to check how tall that bit is. So that's 34 blocks down. That's 35, so 34 is here. That's fine. I'm gonna make this a stair when I get around to it, but then this goes to 33.3, so it just needs to kind of slope up like that. And there we go. And that goes to 59.46 blocks along. We are approaching the end of the stream now. I'm not going to end it exactly at 9, but we'll be winding down now. So I'm going to put a stair just facing that way. There we go. That needs to go just on the block underneath, actually. There we go. There fantastic. And then that needs to go to 31.62 down. That's, oh, I haven't got a line across the top, that's annoying. Yeah, Robin, stop saying that in the chat, please. That'd be fantastic. Thank you. After a while, it gets a little bit spammy. All right, Robin, don't worry. 55.7 across. That'll be about there. And then it's 31.46 down. What? No. 30. Ah. I've lost count now. I really like these shell streams. Good, because there'll be more of them, hopefully. 55 point... What did we say? It was 55.70. It'll be 56, technically. Yeah, that's where we got to before. That's fine. And then if we make the height adjustment 60, there we go. That's fine. That's fine. We'll make it an iron bar, and then that just needs to join up. That can get rid of, and then that's the head shape done pretty much. Obviously, I'll still be making adjustments to it. I have not read the chat for about 15 seconds, and suddenly it's just filled with just, yeah. Okay. Alright, from there, I'm just going to do one last thing before we go, and that's going to be the neck of the... What's my favourite Star Wars movie? My favourite Star Wars movie is... I don't know. I don't have an answer for that yet. 63.86. Probably episode 3. But only because that's one of the ones I grew up with. Like, looking at it from just a completely kind of film kind of reception standpoint, probably episode 5 or 6. 5, probably. Empire. That's 60 blocks long. We need to go to 63. 1, 2, 3. That's... Oh my god, I hate this. 63. Right, so the neck starts there. And then kind of goes down to the body there. As you can see by this one-to-one model. Have a good night. Thank you, you two. We're still at 40 people. My life tip for you is don't die and you'll be fine, thank you. You know, Star Trek tutorials, probably not. But if there's demand for it, then maybe. If you really want to see it. Now that's going to be an awkward slope. I don't think that's going to perfectly line up. We'll try it, but I don't think it's going to. Based on experience, it just never does. If it does, I'll be happy. I'll be really happy. It's very close. It's very close. It might. It might. Hang on. Oh, man. I think that works. That actually works as like a perfect slope. Oh, man. That's fantastic. I love that. All right. Awesome. Do you make a lot of money for this channel? I was wondering because I was thinking I might make my own. I wouldn't do it for the money. People will know if you're doing it for the money. Do something you're passionate about, and if the demand for other people watching it is there, they'll watch it. The money's just a side thing. It won't sustain you until you're at like 100,000 subscribers or more, just so you know. So, yeah. Especially if you've got bills to pay. It's not going to happen. Where was I? I've got completely lost. But yeah, Jeremy, spelled strangely, but I appreciate that. Jeremy, don't start a channel just because of the money. That's the worst way you could start a channel. What are you building? Just so everyone knows, I'm building the Sentinel class shuttle. I'll bring an image of it on screen. I'm going to carry on for another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll finish this off. So this is what I'm building right here. That's just Minecraft again. Hang on. Hopefully that's on screen now. There you go. That's what I'm building. So. Right, so far what we've achieved today is the head outline, the body being mainly done. Not done, but the outline's there. I guess one last thing we can do is just a small tail section. It's going to be at 23.7 blocks along. So this is 23, perfect. All right, 23.7 is there. Okay, and then that goes all the way up to. Let me grab a line. Hang on. About there. So about 7 blocks along. I just have to estimate that bit. I don't know what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It stops about there. I'm gonna do it in a different color again. So there we go. So that just basically needs to go from there to there. We'll do line purple wool because it's temporary. There we go. Now I'm gonna. I probably should have done slabs first, actually. If we do 1, 2, 3, 4 slabs there, and then change this to blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is gonna work. We'll try 3, and then 3 wool, 3 slabs, 3 wool, and then 3 slabs. Yeah, still not perfect. Go 3, 2, 3, 2 maybe. There we go. That works. That's a good slope. Let's see. Good night, JCW 2006. Do you have an estimate how many builds you've built of Star Wars? I don't know. I'm afraid. To me, it's 1 AM. Get some sleep. When is the server opening up? No. Yeah, I agree with Darkside. Not anytime really soon. Probably give it a couple of months for the first. Well, I'd say within about a month or two, we'll start to open up to patrons and my friends just to test it, and then we'll start to trial opening it further. So if you're part of the Discord, you can always drop me a message and see if you could be a part of one of the test groups, by all means. So make sure to join the Discord. And no, I don't play Minecraft on Xbox. I haven't for a long time. That's that back section fine. I wonder what Clone's doing. Is he still here? Yeah, he's here. He's making a tie advanced, I think. Still got nether brick. Oh, what song is this? Oh yeah, I love this song. I mean, there's not really much else I can do tonight, to be honest with you. And I can mark out bits that I know are there and that are really easy to do. I mean, this bit's pretty simple. Obviously, none of this is final. Just marking out at the minute. Well, yeah, I think we're gonna wind down now and call it a day for the stream. But thank you all for having a nice old night with your comments and your questions. It means a lot. I'll just go over everything we've made. Obviously not today, but just in general. So yeah, I will be doing more of these. Don't worry. Jeremy, I play it on PC. But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream now. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. And goodbye. Everyone stay safe, and enjoy the rest of your night. See ya.